Welcome back to Muse Themes, everybody. My name is Ashton, and today we're rolling out our new Image Expand widget. Nice and simple widget today with one main purpose, to show a larger expanded version of an image when we give it a click. Just like that. Now you can see we've easily incorporated many instances of this widget on a single page, allowing the user to click and view a larger version of these wine images with these very smooth lightbox type effects that we can easily exit out of by just clicking outside of the image. This widget is really ideal for web pages that don't have room for large-sized images, but will want to allow for viewing the images at their full size. Now this could be useful for product pages, galleries, portfolios, artwork, and so much more. Now some of you may be familiar with our Image Zoom widget here at MuseThemes, where you hover over an image and get a close-up zoomed-in view at said image, but I'll note that this widget serves actually a very different purpose. The Image Zoom widget zooms into an image while keeping the framing of that image the same, which is ideal if the widget already sits large on your page. But our new Image Expand widget is sort of the opposite, where we see the entire image frame expand larger, which is really more fitting if the image sits small on the page. Let's jump over to Muse and we'll walk through the widget setup really quick. I've got the project file for our live demo here. Now let me select this first image and just remove it so we can add it from scratch. We'll jump into our library and drag out the Image Expand widget onto our page. Cool. Now let's take a look at that settings panel. First option, as you'd expect, is your image loader. So let's get it added in there. We'll click Add File. And I've got my site assets in a folder here. I'll select our first wine image and load that in. Perfect. Now, once you select an image, you'll notice we're no longer looking at the widget placeholder, but rather the image fill now, which we can easily resize as needed and align it with the other image placed here. There we go. And back inside that panel, we've got a few options here. Overlay background color. Now, this is what will fill the browser background when the image is expanded in the lightbox format. And of course, overlay background opacity, you can select this from 0 to 1, 1 being 100%, blocking out the whole page. Simply lower that if you want to make it transparent. And image filter before hover. We've got a drop down here with lots of options for image filters that can be applied to the image. Now these filters will be seen in the image's normal state, meaning when it's not being hovered upon or clicked to expand. Let's give it a blur filter just for fun. And let's do it again on our second one. We'll go ahead and remove this here. Drag out another widget from the library. And we'll add our image. And actually, before I confirm my selection, I just want to do a quick image preview here in the Finder window to show the actual size of the image. Notice how the image itself is larger than we have it sized on the web page. When you're prepping your images for use with this widget, you always want to ensure that they are large enough to be crisp clear when expanded. So when choosing your dimensions for the image, make sure to consider the image's full size, not the initial size that it will be seen on the page in its normal state. So let me confirm this one. Perfect. Quick widget resize to make it all match. Beautiful. Couple more quick notes here before we give this a browser preview. It's important to keep the purpose of this widget in mind when you're designing your page. Now, since the purpose of this widget is to expand the image, it's important that it has room to do so. If the widget or image is sized too largely on the page, it's not going to function correctly since it won't have room to expand. Now, I just showed you the natural size of the image itself, and you can see that we have these widgets sitting on the page in a rather small manner. This is a great setup that allows the image to be expanded and also to remain nice and sharp while doing so. And finally, as you've noticed, this widget plays really nice with multiple instances of itself, which is awesome. Just make sure to not have it grouped with any other elements on the page. And if you're using multiple instances of the widget, let me expand the panel again here. You'll want to keep the overlay background color option in the settings panel the same on all occurrences for best results. But just for fun, let's give this one a grayscale filter. Perfect. Now let's give it a quick browser preview. Perfect. We've got our first image blurred as we set it until I hover my mouse when it comes into view clearly. Give it a quick click. And we get our expansion happening smoothly and seamlessly. Let's click to our second one with our grayscale filter. and voila, everything's functioning beautifully. So that's our image expand widget. Thanks again for watching. We hope you enjoyed this simple but slick little widget and use it to make your web page imagery pop even more. So thanks again, and if you run into any issues, as always, shoot us a note in support and we'd be glad to help. Take care.